Well, Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
20.
Now Newton. Going top shelf for Smith. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Go. 180. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Watch the ship. Black, come on. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, Rip 5-2 out here. Mike 55. Let's put him on the buses.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, They have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
20.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Newton. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Wentz now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Come on, boy. Gun. Don't be scared of it. Hey, Smith! Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Newton. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Undercrunch.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, it's Smith. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Steelers first down.
Here we go. Ready? Check. Watch 54. Let's go one more. Check. Lucky.
First carry for James Conner. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Okay, just like that.
Newton now to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Newton. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
What is it? 180. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All right.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action. Now Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, D. Alert flare.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 1st down, Smith. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch QB jump. That's it. QB jump. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Newton. And he's got Moncrief. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
We own it. We own 20.
From the gun, Newton. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Eagles 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go. We got this.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Hey. 50 the mic. 50 the mic. Hey.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go again. Great 57. 90 is the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, Charlie. 90 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Great 15. Great 15. 90 is the mic. It's our field.
To throw is Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 1st down, Pollard tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Here's Pollard again. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. On the draw, it's Pollard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 50-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we go, back man. 180. Okay, double up. Listen. Mike's 50.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Switch. 50's the mic. Watch the flag.
Wentz now on first down. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Check 13. Watch twins. Sunday.
Try to punch it in with Smith. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Steelers' 4-yard line.
Mike. Here we go. 180. All day, baby. All day. Tighten up.
Another try for Smith. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Sponge. No. Check three. Two jet. Mike 50. Push him back.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, 4-2 kill. Mike 55.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone.
Eagles
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gonna run again here with Pollard. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. This one complete to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Eagles on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
You better bring it. You better.
Hey, Haywood.
Let me know right now. You better bring it.
Here's Wentz to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, kill. Mike 55, Mike 55.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Hey, check right. Watch it. Sunday. 65. 65.
Mike 55.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Watch the screen.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
53 is the mic. You.
And they will take a knee here. Second and goal from the 6 this time. And they'll indeed take a knee. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
5 down. Stand up.
And they take a knee.
Left 80. Mike's by 4. I got him.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Smith. And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Switzer. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Stop your whining.
And they will take a knee here.
Here we go. 780. 2 times. 3 down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
4 down. Check.
Watch one.
And they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.